Hey, fifth grade, for today's reading workshop, we're going to take a spooky turn and we're going to read a little flash fiction that was written by Kristen Lewis. We have Halloween coming up this weekend, and I just thought it might be fun to do something a little bit out of the ordinary. So you're going to go ahead and jump into your slide deck here in a second, but please always make sure that you read the instructions, because you can see that we chunk the work that we do in our slide deck. It's never meant to be done in one setting, and it's never meant to be put off until the due date and then scramble to try and slap some answers in there. So we want to chunk it and interact with the text in different ways each day. So we'll interact with this text for 2 days. Go ahead and click on your work. The first slide introduces kind of what we're going to be working on as we work through this. We will listen to a podcast, we'll read the story, and we'll explore the mood. And then we will plan and write a sequel to this story. We have our essential questions here, and I believe the podcast on slide 2 is going to actually address those. So I'm going to go ahead and take you here. You'll click and click. It's going to ask you to log in. You're going to say, I'm a student. You're going to put in the password HES5ELA and sign in.
Welcome to Scope It Out.
That brings you to a podcast, and it also takes you to the story. So you'll listen to that podcast, and then the next slide asks you to click here to listen and read the story. So you'll be here. You're going to click here to read it aloud, and then you're going to follow along with it. I'm actually going to ask you to read it twice, so you can read it and then and listen to it, and then listen to it again if you want. When you're all done reading the story twice, you'll jump back to the slide deck. Sorry, I cannot talk. And you'll complete this third slide. So it says, I want to move my face over here. Mood is the feeling you get from reading a piece of writing. Another way to describe mood is atmosphere. When you walk into a place, it has an atmosphere that makes you feel a certain way. When you walk into a story, it too has an atmosphere that creates a feeling. Writers create mood through word choice, imagery, dialogue, setting, and plot. So we've talked a lot about word choice. We've talked about imagery and sensory details. Dialogue is when two people are talking, so there's a conversation. Could be more than two people. I shouldn't have said two people. It's when people are talking. Back and forth, it's showing the conversation. The setting is the time and place that the story takes place, and the plot is all of the events that make up the story. So it says, let's explore how author Kristen Lewis creates mood in her story, The Nothing. So that's when you would reread this story, but I've already asked you to go ahead and do that. Then you'll come back here and you will list a few words that describe the mood. In other words, what kind of feelings did you get while you were reading the story, and what was the atmosphere like? Write your mood words in the box below. And I of course, chose a few. You can choose your own. And then we'll follow up with those the next day. So it'll be day 2 activities when we actually move on to slide 5. So day 1 is just slides 1 through 4. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. I think you're going to enjoy it. Love you guys. I miss you. And I can't wait to see you in class soon. Bye.